you this week.
I know. I'm so happy, man.
It's there is some wisdom into your recording position. Like it's a little nicer to be back this far. Like by the end of this episode, I may be fully reclined though. It's a little rough for me right now.
I might be sleeping.
Oh man, it's been a week.
You've been a little frickin' gypsy traveling all over the country.
Yeah, it's been nuts. Holy crap. Well, welcome to the Whiskey and Wine podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Big Mike.
And welcome to episode 48.
Woo!
We're damn near at 50.
We're getting there.
Well, and once we hit 50, isn't that retirement age? Don't we get to just sit here and take naps?
I think so, yeah. That's when the money really starts rolling in.
Yeah, no, it's been a couple weeks for me. So we got back on Monday night Jackson and I did from our trip through North Carolina and Tennessee. So saw some colleges in North Carolina, drove across the entirety of North Carolina, through Knoxville, saw University of Tennessee, and then ended up in Nashville and watched the Packers beat the living crap out of the Titans. Like, their defense was perfect.
Yep, I went against the defense in fantasy last week, so I was watching how many points you guys were putting up on D. It was insane.
Yeah, no, they did really well, and it was, I mean, we couldn't have asked for. We hit it perfect. So the week before, the remnants of a tropical storm had come through, and it was really wet and everything else. When we came through, it was like 75 to 80 degrees, sunny. Drove through, it was lovely, and had a great time, and Jackson got to experience all the different aspects of East Coast kind of weather and people and everything else. It was a little warm for the Packers game. There's a little bit of sweat going on, but I'd gotten us pretty decent tickets, so we could just walk directly to our left into the air-conditioned club level.
All right, that's not bad right there.
So every so often we would walk back in there and just stand there and listen to the game or watch the game on one of the screens, and I'd go get paper towels and wipe all the sweat off my fat butt and like pull the hat off and feel the sweat run down.
Yeah, that's football right there.
Yeah, no, it was warm, and so it was good. And then this week, unfortunately, they got nailed by the remnants of that Hurricane Helene.
Yeah, you planned that trip perfect, didn't you?
Oh my God! I mean, the stuff that I'm seeing now, most of the roads that we drove on in North Carolina, Western North Carolina, they just like this. Their Department of Transportation just said, just assume any roads in Western North Carolina are closed. We can't get to all of them. Just assume there's going to be something in the way or something that's undercut the road or a bridge that's weak or something. Don't bother trying. Like, holy crap. So
You survived.
I survived. We survived. It was a great trip. And then Joanna and I ran over to Boise for a day trip yesterday. So we left yesterday morning, got back this morning, and watched Boise State beat Washington State. Sorry, Big Joe. Sorry, Leanne.
Oh, yeah, and Booze Brian.
Oh, yeah, and Booze Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. They beat the poop out of them. But that was a fun trip, but we didn't get back to their house until like 1 in the morning, and then we flew out this morning. So it's nap time. It's nap time. Mm-hmm. And then next week, you're gone for Parents Weekend down at Arizona State.
Yes, we leave Thursday, so it's gonna be here quick. And it's gonna be hot, Kate. When we just looked at the weather, it's gonna be a hot. I'm gonna have to hydrate like a mofo.
Everything's over 100. Like every day is over 100, isn't it?
Yeah, I think when we get there Thursday, I don't know if it's changed. I haven't looked at it since yesterday. It was supposed to be 111 when we get there on Thursday. Yep. And then the low at night will be 84.
Oh, just a balmy 84.
Yeah, so game day's not looking bad. 109 on Saturday, and
Oh.
it's a 5 p.m. game. So if it's televised, anyone out there listening, make sure you turn it on because there will be a very high probability of either seeing Big Mike running somewhere on the field just for shade, not to streak, not to hold a sign, not to protest anything, just to find a sliver of shade.
You're going to run down there just to stand by the big fans that they have and drink their Gatorade.
Yes.
Like, I swear I'm not going to go any further than this. I just need Gatorade and a fan right now.
So it's going to be interesting. We'll see. We have some good seats. I think when I booked them, I can't remember exactly. I think we chose to go a little higher for a chance of shade.
Yeah.
Plus we have the Fernandez going, and I feel like Kate and Mary, low seats are awesome, right?
Yeah.
Because you get to see everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes we're still in a 100 level, but I think we might have went up a little bit just in case if it was a 5 o'clock game, because they just released the time, I think, late last week, right?
Yeah.
And I know we've sat in that stadium where, we're a 30, 40-yard line, 12 rows down, and there is nothing to protect you from that sun.
You're just an egg on a sidewalk.
Yes. So I think this year we were like, all right, just in case, because it's an earlier game this year. I mean, we've done later October, closer to Halloween, and we've done November.
Yeah.
At that time of year, I think when we went down there with the braces last year for the Duck game, it was nothing but sun, but I want to say it was like, low 90s, maybe even high 80s in November. So I didn't really care about the sun, but this triple digits. So I'm hoping I have to log on to my Ticketmaster account. I'm hoping that we got the, lower bowl 100 level, but I'm hoping that we're at the tail end of it because there is a little chance for some shade because I'll cook. I'll die.
Oh, yeah.
Madison has all these plans already, and I know they include, frat party and doing this. We just video chatted with her last night, and I was like, please make sure we work in time for dinner because I cannot wake up, rally all day, go to a frat party, and then try to make, kick off at 5 or 5:15 without having a large abundance of greasy food.
Yeah.
I don't need a lot. I don't need anything fancy. I just need something to help soak up the toxins that I plan on consuming. So I don't know. I'll be videoing you in at some point because I might just have to be standing in the concourse watching it from the.
Hey, Martin, tell me what's happening out on the field. Football. Football is happening out on the field. Okay, cool. I'm gonna stand here.
Can you just give me play-by-plays and let me know what's happening?
I'll just set my phone in front of the TV so you can watch what's happening and just find like the one air-conditioned area.
Oh, man, yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, right?
It'll be a lot of fun, but my guess is you guys don't do the whole game.
Oh, no. I don't see us staying for the whole game unless it's like the best college football game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it was funny. Just last night, I realized I was under the impression that ASU was playing Kansas State, which I was stressed about, right? 'Cause they rolled U of A, I think, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was when UNA was inside the top 25. And I was like, they're much, they're a better team than ASU right now.
Yeah.
Record-wise, ASU's 3-1. They're doing what they need to do, but they're starting their Big 12 conference play right now. So we'll see where this leads since this is year one for them. But then Kate yesterday was like, no, we're playing the other
Kansas.
I'm like, oh, well, shit, they're 1-3. That kind of changes things. Like, we might actually, I don't want to say it's an easy game, but it's going to be an easier game than the other Kansas. So I'm like, okay, well, that because I went into it thinking, oh, man, it's going to be like last year when we went and saw U of O rolling by 40 with their frickin' C team in there, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm hoping it's going to be a competitive game. And if it not, well, like you said,
Yeah.
it's going to be freaking devil's house right there, man. We're going to die. So
Yeah.
whatever. It'll be a fun trip.
You'll have a great time. You'll make it to the game. We'll see how far you make it through the game.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to, we might have to do a food of fantasy over under how long will Westy
Yes.
be able to stay at the game.
We're just gonna keep asking for proof that you're still in the stadium.
I'll send live updates.
All right.
With the scoreboard behind me. That way there's no, because I will be with Mary.
I was going to say, if you're just there with Mary, who's going to Photoshop everything in for you.
So now I'll do it with the stadium scoreboard behind me. That way you guys know if I'm really there or not.
All right, good. Well, I brought us a little something back from our trip to try. So I've only ever really found it for sale in Tennessee. It might only be for sale in Tennessee, but it's Nelson Brothers Classic Bourbon. It's just their regular bourbon. They've got a few different flavors. They've got like a Madeira and port wine barrels and everything else that they finish them in. So this one's a 93 proof. It was about $50 in Tennessee. I did find it online for about 60 or so on like Wooden Cork or those guys.
Okay.
So you can get it online. I'd never seen it in Oregon because I don't know that it actually ships. It's actually like part of the Greenbrier distillery group out there. And so I thought I'd bring it back and give it a shot because it was one of the things in the liquor store that I found there when I would just ask, hey, what do people usually pick up if they're coming here from out of state? And it was like, well, they'll go for the allocated stuff or, the Nelsons because it's just not available anywhere else. All right, I'll take one of those.
Well, I've already cheated, man. I had to, since this is all new, right? Had to do a little whiff test and a little sip, and so far so good.
Yeah, I agree. I cheated a little bit too. So this is, it's not weak, but it's it's got a little heat to it, but really fun flavors. So we'll see how this ends up through the episode. Cheers, buddy.
All right, buddy. There it is.
Ah, goddamn, we finally made it.
Oh,
it's been like an hour of you and I sitting up here watching other fantasy football stuff, trying to figure out what to talk about on the podcast or what to do, and trying to find the energy to do it.
Yeah, I'm struggling right now.
Yeah.
Just as a whole.
Why do I feel like I've been playing football? Like I'm tired, I'm sore. I didn't poop all day yesterday. Like by the time we got to the airport this morning, I just kind of looked at Joanna and I was like, gave her like the nose tap, like, I'll meet you down by the gate. Like I got to do this because by the time we got there yesterday to Boise, it was like straight to the tailgate, get that set up, everything else, and then it's just porta potties. But then you're drinking and you're socializing, and you never really find the time to go to the bathroom. So I didn't poop yesterday. So by the time I got up this morning, I was like, I really got to go. But our friends, everybody in that house was still asleep. We were just trying to sneak out the door. And I was like, if I go in there, I will wake up the whole house. Like either the smell or the sound will be too much. And they'll be like, oh, Martins are up.
That's right.
I could tell. The dogs next door are howling. Oh, another touchdown there by my Commanders.
Yeah, we got. Oh, man, I noticed that the Niners their D just did a pick six, and guess who's going against that D right now? Fuck. But luckily, all right, I'm just gonna focus on the left side of the screen.
Yeah,
we have both of our teams going right now.
We
not playing each other, but
nope.
they're. Oh yeah, that's definitely in. So you guys are at what?
14-7.
14-7. All right. Browns is up 7-0 on the Raiders.
Yep.
So maybe since my fantasy squad right now is just in shambles, I guess I don't have to really worry about much.
Yeah, I suck so much at fantasy football, I might as well just watch football for football's sake.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling you earlier. It was kind of fun to go to a college game because I didn't have anybody playing. So it was just watch the game and kind of like see what's going on in the game, watch how the plays develop, get excited when something cool happens. Like, this is kind of fun instead of, motherfucker, that's the wrong player.
Yeah, no, fantasy, man, it totally distorts everything as far as it goes for watching football.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it can keep me more interested, but it also irritates the shit out of me.
My frustration level. I told you I was going through all the highs.
Jesus, I just saw what happened to that Chiefs player. Ow, 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 ow.
Hopefully that wasn't Rice.
Oh, that is a knee going the wrong direction. Whew, damn. Yeah, no, I'm good just kind of watching the left side of the screen here with you.
Yep. See, laptop, screen's off, phone's going over here.
Yep.
There we go.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
That's right. Damn it.
Yeah, and I'm playing Jerry this week, and I don't think I'm going to beat him by .22. I think Jerry's going to beat me, but we'll see.
The day is young. You have a lot of players still going?
I've got 4 to go, or I did have 4 to go. I think I've got a couple playing right now, so I don't even want to look.
Yep, no. I kept it off for the last, 45 minutes while I was packing up the house and heading up here.
Yeah.
I'm probably not even going to check it until either break or when we wrap up this episode.
Yep.
See what kind of mood I'll be into for the recording of the next episode. It's either going to be real chipper and fun, or you're going to just hear me grunting over here and not saying a lot. So we'll see. We'll see where we go.
Nice. Oh,
so good. I'm glad you had good trips.
no, they were good trips. North Carolina is, and I used to go there as a kid to North Carolina and South Carolina. But Jackson had never really been there before, so I really enjoyed showing him what that kind of that part of the country's like.
Yeah.
1, in the food, 2, in the people, how polite they are, how manners matter there, and then he'd never really put a foot in the Atlantic Ocean. So for him to be able to go to the beach there, and we just walked down on the beach and went out into the water a little bit, like calf deep or so. He's like, holy cow, this water's so nice. Like, yeah, it's not the Pacific Coast, dude. Like, you get in Oregon, and yeah, our beaches are gorgeous and the coastline is beautiful, but that water is fucking cold.
Yep.
And you get to the East Coast and, along the Carolinas there, that's all Gulf Stream warm water coming right up. And he was surprised and very happy about it. So, and he also discovered that sweet tea.
Oh, and true sweet tea out there.
Yeah, true sweet tea is crazy out there. Like, I think my teeth hurt. Uh-huh. Yep. No, that's absolutely a possibility, dude. It's a lot of sugar in that tea. And if you watch them, like, if they make it, they can make it 2 ways. They can either like brew it with the sugar, or they can just add simple syrup to it. And when they add the simple syrup, it's like, it looks like they're making a goddamn Long Island iced tea. Like, oh my God, that's a lot of sugar. Whoa. Oh, so good, though.
Yeah, it gets you, but it is good. I don't like sweet things in general, right? We've discussed this so much but there is something about sweet tea.
Yep. Especially when it's hot like that.
Oh, it hits a little different, right?
Yeah. You need something to sit there and sip on and cool down because you're sweating like a fat Southern sheriff. And sweet tea is always right there. Like, I could have a beer, I could have, there's lots of options I could have, but sweet tea is always there, and it just makes it better. So
yeah,
I was glad that I got to introduce him to that stuff and show him all the little bits and pieces around North Carolina, from coast to the western border there of North Carolina. Stopped in Asheville, picked up a couple whiskeys and liqueur from a little distillery there in Asheville that we'll have on an upcoming episode. Really cute, fun distillery, lovely people. Hopefully they did okay in the flooding and everything else that went through Asheville. But I was gonna email them and see if they were all right. But and then Knoxville, Morgan Wallen was putting on a 2-night concert there.
Oh, really?
So by the time we got to Knoxville, it's kind of like midday, and you can see that they're getting ready to start setting up for the second concert. But it is dead quiet there. It was a Saturday when we drove through Knoxville, and so I think a lot of people are watching games. There was no home game because Tennessee was at Oklahoma, and so it was dead quiet on the streets. And Jackson's like, "This is really weird." And I'm like, "Yes, no, this is very weird." I think everybody spent all their energy at the Morgan Wallen concert last night, and they're all at home recuperating, watching college football. Like, oh, that makes sense.
Little R&R day.
Yeah. No, he got a kick out of those schools. He's got a better idea of where he wants to go now, and where is lower on the list, where is higher on the list, that kind of stuff.
So good. There was not decision making happening, but at least
Narrowing.
yes.
Yeah. And then the Packers game was just incredible. It was great. You know, we walked from our hotel in downtown Nashville over to the stadium, to the Nissan Stadium, and it was, I tell you, there's at least half and half Packers and Titans fans.
Yeah.
But it felt like there was more Packers fans, because every time something good happened for the Packers, it just erupted in cheers. And then there would be the inevitable "Go Pack Go" and everything. It was crazy how many Packers fans were there. And then after the game, Jackson and I, we went back to the hotel, and then we decided I wanted to show him Broadway, where all the bars and music and everything else is in Nashville. And we're walking there, and clearly everybody else had left the game and just gone straight to the bars, not gone back and showered or anything. They just went straight to the bars, because by the time we got out there around like 5:30 at night, people are housed.
Really?
And it's just like drunken Packers fans, like that walk where they're like running a shoulder against the wall to stay vertical. And then, sort of conscious and "Go Pack Go. Go Pack Go. Go Pack Go."
I love it.
Oh my God. So that he got a kick out of that. We got to go into a couple of the bars that allow people under 21 in before a certain time. And
okay, cool.
Sat down, listened to music, and it was an experience and a half for him, and I think he had a great time. And if you guys ever get a chance to get out to Nashville, it is a hoot.
Yep, it's really high on our list for Kate and I. We've never been, so
I think you guys would
want to
really
get
like
out there
it.
at some point.
This Nelson's is yummy.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I need something good. I think I haven't got confirmation from the screen up there, but I think it was Rashid Rice that might have went down on the stretcher.
Oh no.
And if it is, I have zero chance of winning this week, because he's been my guy thus far. I haven't seen anything come across, and usually ESPN's pretty good about question, right? Like, yeah, I haven't got it, but I don't see number 4 out there right now, so I'm a little.
Oh man.
I'm a little
concerned.
Yeah, a little concerned.
Yeah.
Freaking fantasy football. Son of a bitch.
God, it'd be so much more fun if we didn't suck ass at it. And what Jackson was telling us is, like, we've got, because there's so few teams in each league, like, we've got teams that have a lot of really good players.
Yep.
The problem is that everybody's got a lot of really good players. And so if you've got, 8 really good guys that do moderately well, and then the other guy has like only 6 that do moderately well, you get blown out of the water.
Yep.
Because that 28-point, score for your running back just obliterates the other person.
Browns field goal good, and look at that.
Look at that. It's a 10-0 lead for Cleveland.
Every
Hell
time my
yeah.
phone's vibrate, I'm getting, oh, wait, hold on, Chiefs. Oh, yep, my guy's carted off the field. It was him.
Oh, no.
Taking a hit. Yeah, that was my guy. The one that had his leg going the wrong way.
Oh God, that's bad.
All right, well, so you know what that means. I don't have to worry about fantasy this week.
And I'm done. Oh yeah, I just got a 2. Chiefs wide receiver Rishi Rice.
Yeah, well, that does change a lot right now because there was still a chance. We're gonna close the laptop. Hold on. We're just gonna. There we go. I can kind of retire for the day, so that means now I can really enjoy the Cleveland game.
Excellent.
And see what happens on that. I think Seattle's on Monday Night Football, so hopefully we'll see if Tap will probably be crazy busy, especially with the Seahawk game. They're doing the 2 damn Monday night games, which I don't know.
Is there 2 this week as well?
Yes. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I feel like it crowds it too much.
Dude, ADHD starts kicking in. There's 2 games. It's hard to, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But go Browns.
Yeah, go Browns. Go Commanders.
Yep.
Even though Daniels just threw an interception. Whatever. It's fine. I'm used to it. I'm a Commanders fan. Oh, but that does help me because Jerry's got Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
So as soon as this updates with it, yep, there he goes. Now he's down to 3.18 points. All right, that helps. Thank you. All right, so Commanders, let's hand off to Brian Robinson Jr. and just let that be the game plan for the rest of the day. That'd be great. No more points for Jaden Daniels, and Robinson Jr. gets 30. That'd be great.
There you go.
Then I've got a chance.
Do you have a chance?
Then I've got a chance.
Yep. The only chance I have is if Rashid Rice gets back in the cart, drives it out himself.
With a new leg attached.
Yes. Pulls a Marshawn Lynch, brings out the cart on the field.
And they hand the ball to him while he's in the cart.
Yes, and he just drives it down the field. Then I might have a chance. So if that happens, I'll be ecstatic.
All right. I'll let you know if I see that happen.
Yeah, you let me know.
You're not looking at that side of the screen anymore.
Nope. That side of the screen is dead to me right now. I'm literally not even I don't see 2 sides of the screen up there. Yeah. I'm just looking at the whatever Browns player now's hurt on the left side.
I kind of like these all white uniforms for the Browns.
Yeah, I do like they're freaking clean. I love their helmets too, just with the
little bit of brown and orange and
yeah.
No, I like the look. There's something to be said about the classic Browns helmet, but this kind of the white look I like a lot. So, I like these little throwback things.
There you go.
Oh, hell.
Listen to us.
I'm just like I enjoyed the trip a lot, but in between Wilmington, North Carolina, and Nashville, Tennessee is a 10-hour drive. I mean, we broke it up over a few days. So we went to Raleigh and did a day and a half there. And then we drove across from Raleigh to Nashville, which is still an 8-hour drive. Holy crap. Like, but Jackson did realize that we basically almost made it to the Mississippi River. So we cut out like we crossed almost the entire East Coast as far as geography goes, east to west.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, so in 10 hours you can make it from the ocean to the Mississippi River. Like, yeah, pretty much.
There you go. See?
Whereas, in Oregon, you can drive from Portland to Southeast Oregon in 8 hours.
Yep.
And you're still in the same state.
Yeah, it's a trip out there, out east. I remember when we went out to a wedding in where was it? Was it Newport, Rhode Island? And we were in Massachusetts, and it was funny. It was a running joke. It was like every half hour, I felt like you saw, "Come again. Thanks for visiting. Fill in the box here."
Yeah.
And now welcome to. I'm like, man, we are we are checking off states at a fucking rapid rate right now.
Right. You've got your little tattoo, your temporary tattoo of all the states, and
Seriously.
you're coloring them in really quick. Like, wow, this is a lot easier than I thought.
when you get high up there on the East Coast, it's a trip when you're driving around because it doesn't take very long to see the welcome to sign.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always made fun of my buddies that lived in Jersey. The joke was always, "What exit do you live on in Jersey?" Like, fuck you. Long pause. 10.
10.
Uh-huh. That's what I thought.
That's funny.
Ooh, this Commanders
I was just gonna
Cardinals
say,
game's chippy.
I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm. They sacked Murray, which he's my bench quarterback, so I don't give a shit. I almost played him, except I didn't want to root for him against my Commanders, and so I was glad C.J. Stroud did pretty good today. Otherwise, I was going to be really sad.
See, another hard decision making when you're in fantasy football, right?
Yeah.
You never want to.
Where's my loyalty lie? With the points or with my team?
No, it's a real thing. You gotta know it's hard, right? It's just worse than or when your opponent has someone. A few weeks ago, I was going against DK Metcalf while I'm wearing a DK Metcalf jersey, having a beer at Tap, and I'm like, oh, I hate this. I need him to do well, but not too well.
Right.
Like, well enough that I still win, but not so good that my opponent wins.
Right. I want him to do well, and I want the team to win, but can we do it with, 8 points?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yep. I used to have my father-in-law playing a league with us back in the day, and he only lasted a few years. He goes, it's too insane, right?
Yeah.
To try to worry about who you like on a personal level, your teams, right?
Yep.
And then who your opponent has, God forbid, if they have someone that is on, your personal team, and then this and then that, and then especially when you join multiple leagues. That's why I did stop doing that years ago.
Yeah.
It was just too damn complicated. It's hard enough with one trying to justify and juggle, hey, this guy needs to do good but not too good. Next thing you know, then in one another league you might have him, so now you have him in one but you're going against him in another.
Yep.
So you're like, once again, all right, I need at least 12 points out of you for this league, but I can't have you score more than 4 in this one because my opponent has it. I don't know what to do. So I would just usually result to drinking a lot and then just kind of seeing what the hell happened. But it does. It completely screws.
Why is it going to challenge my loyalty like that?
Yeah, no, it's hard. That's why I'm glad I'm only down to one league right now. I had to stop a few of my good buddies' leagues, and it was a tough decision. But I couldn't do multiple leagues. It's just too insane.
Well, and it got bad for me in that I had a couple or 3 in ESPN and then 2 on Yahoo. And those things work differently and everything.
Not only are you mixing leagues, but now you're mixing platforms.
Yeah, it got bad. Like, let me think. Yahoo's points go like this, so if I do, but then this ESPN league is a PPR, and then this one is oh God, I can't do this.
No,
I barely have the brain power on a Sunday to do what we're doing here.
Yeah,
which is talking to a microphone and watch football.
That's right.
Let alone try to figure out over 2 apps and 4 or 5 leagues what the fuck is going on with my teams. Like, maybe I'll just wait until Tuesday morning until I get the email that tells me whether I won or lost.
Literally set it and forget it on Wednesday night, right? If you have someone going Thursday. If not, set it and forget it on Saturday, and then just wait for your little hey, here's your recap. Here's your weekly recap of what happened.
Oh my God, did you see that in the San Francisco game? Running back is running in for a touchdown, but Kittle, I think, did a hold.
Oh, is this it right here?
Yeah. And the ref's flag hit him like as he's running into watch. So here it comes. Boom.
Oh,
see, like, oh, yeah, little hold there, and here it comes. Oh, damn, they didn't show it. it bounced off of him. Like, all of a sudden his shoulders drop and he's just like, damn it. I was going to score a touchdown. And instead, Kittle got me hit with a flag.
Literally, the flag attacked me.
All right, you want to take a pee break?
Yeah, take a pee break. I'm going to pack up my laptop since I'm done for the day.
I'm done with fantasy.
Yeah, forget this.
The Whiskey and Wine podcast is brought to you by Tapforia, Tigard, Oregon's first growler tap house. Founded in 2014, Tapforia has 28 taps, including beer, wine, cider, seltzer, and kombucha. Did you know that they are a bottle shop as well now? Stop in for a pint, glass, growler, or a 4, 6, or 12-pack of the latest and greatest offerings of our local breweries. Located on Highway 99W in Tigard. Visit tapforia.com and follow them on social media to see what they have on tap each day. Tapforia, craft beer and wines.
Oh, well, that was a good break.
Yeah.
See, took a little break, ate a little peanut M&Ms, saw the Cleveland. At least you guys still got the win. Brown. Now they're tied.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys carted off the field. I think that game, the stadium's on fire. I don't know, whatever. U.S. won the President's Cup, though.
All right. Yep. So there's a little bit of good news.
Yep. So just sit back, drink a little whiskey.
Oh, and hope it all goes away.
Yep. Close my eyes.
Ooh-sa. Ooh-sa.
Oh, man.
Yeah. God. Yeah. World's going to hell in a handbasket, and fantasy football's not helping. I'm looking for the bright side, and so far I'm just seeing a lot of 1.9 on my team.
I think my team, I was feeling so good about it until this week, and now with the injury and the small points I got out of everyone else.
You were 3-0 though, right?
I'm the last undefeated out of the 16 of us.
Yeah, fuck off.
Well, so I think that.
Look at all the tears. I'm gonna cry for you.
But so I think I've peaked during weeks 1 through 3. That was my season of running the gauntlet, and now it might be a complete 180 from here on out.
Hey, I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally okay with that.
We'll have to look ahead to see what week we're playing each other, because that one might be an interesting podcast if we record that week.
Yeah, just bring your laptop on. We'll record on early on a Sunday so that I can maybe possibly adjust your team for you.
Yeah, right.
Jackson, come here. I'll distract him.
Yeah, I'll distract him.
Bench somebody.
I'm looking right now to see what week that is.
Oh God, let's.
Because then we'll have to kind of project. I know before I leave here, so I know since I'm not going to be here next weekend.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have to team up that next weekend, because then we have some stuff going on together on the 20th.
Yep.
And then I'm gone the next one. Again, that's the Cleveland trip.
Oh.
So we're going to have to do 13th for sure. So we can't pencil, we can't plan anything. I mean, I guess we can also get together.
Week 6 is when we play.
Is that it?
And 13.
Oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? Okay. Well, then there you go.
Week 6 and 13.
So there you go.
So not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. And then week 13.
There you go. All right. It's on the books. I might bring a pillow with me that day. I don't have to be to work until about 1:30 on Monday, so Big Mike might have his.
That might be a heavy one.
That might be a sleepover night. We'll have to tell Joanna that Things could get weird up here.
Okay, you got to work on the phrasing there, though.
Things are going to get real weird. Oh, yeah, no, October, man. See, busy. We got your 2 trips. I kind of spaced mine. One in the beginning, one at the end.
Yep.
Halloween's funny. I don't know about you guys. Halloween, now that the kids are...
Yeah, we don't really do anything, and nobody trick or treats at our house.
Yeah, see, it's funny. Here we are in a neighborhood in Tigard, right?
Yeah.
No hills. We're right next to Bull Mountain, right?
Yep.
Bull Mountain's one of those tricky, like, I remember younger days, you know, we would always know whose homes were giving out the regular full-size candy bars, right?
Uh-huh.
But, man, those hills. As a youngster, Bull Mountain, Beef Bend, all those roads, they were horrible, right?
Yeah.
So when Kate and I, we moved over to our current house, you know, they're built, the subdivision built in 72, so they're a little spaced out, right? The lots are a little bigger, but no hills. We don't get any trick-or-treaters.
That's so funny.
I think it's because we're literally at the base of Bull Mountain right there.
Yeah.
That everyone goes up to the bigger homes.
Yeah.
So it's funny. Like, we used to, of course, take the kids out, but we'd either go over to Jerry or, you know, the Fernandez and the Braces neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because it was literally flat and lots of homes where you could literally spend like an hour or two and fill up your pumpkin, your pillowcase, whatever vessel you were using for candy.
Or when we were kids, the McDonald's one, like the Happy Meals were in like a pumpkin or something that around this time of year, so you would keep that to carry your candy in. The cheap plastic handle that would give up halfway through the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been my guy, but it's not.
That's the replacement for your guy.
So now, Halloween. It's just not. It's a big thing for the kids down at ASU. That's their big holiday that the kids, they call it Halloweek.
Oh God!
So they go for a week
of
nonstop. Madison, I think the last few years she goes through, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 costumes because you can't.
What?
God forbid you can't recycle one.
No,
right?
no, of course
so
not.
If you show up in this outfit to this party. Now that outfit's retired, so now you have to have another one for the next party. So it's a big deal there, and it's so funny because it's like I used to love Halloween. Like, back in the day, we'd build like coffins and little make-believe haunted houses and tombstones and fog machines. Like me and my boy B, we'd set it all up and go all out. Now it's like I don't even care. I don't even turn the light off, Kate. I don't want to give out anything.
Yeah. Well, and I always pick up like a couple of boxes of the full-size candy bars because I want to be that cool guy that's handing out full-size candy bars, and nobody ever shows up because nobody can get inside the gates.
So now here you have a ton of full-size. I see what you're doing there.
Oh, damn. Now
I see what you're doing.
Well, so I bought them a little early this year. The box is already half empty.
I don't know where they're going, JoJo.
It's so weird.
Freaking hilarious.
There's no Twix left in that mix.
What does it even fall on this year? It's a Thursday.
Ooh.
I hate the ones, too, in the middle as a kid. I remember growing up as a kid. You always hated them when they were like on a, you know.
Hey, we got to go back now because you got school tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, you know, the stuff at the school was never a lot of fun. It was always just lamer. Whatever.
Well, yeah.
Maybe we should start having a costume party down at TAP.
I could only imagine what people would show up as.
I know what Big Joe would show up as.
I actually did a Big Carl costume one year when he was still with the previous brewery he worked for.
Oh yeah.
He always wears a black vest.
Yep.
And shorts. So I got a vest from the brewery that he was working at, put that on, did my shorts, had an ice chest that had the logos wrapped on it. I had all this stuff that was isolated to the brewery that he was working for, and I remember I put it on social media, and it was like, all right, can anyone guess who I am? And like within seconds, oh, Big Carl, ding, ding, Big Carl, Big Carl. I'm like, holy shit, that's legendary that he has such a look.
Oh, you're
that everyone knew instantly what I was going for as Halloween.
It wasn't a movie character. Nope. Everybody knew exactly what it was.
It wasn't a famous movie. Wasn't a famous musician, sports athlete. Nope. It was Big Carl.
Yeah. Well, it's like those few days a year where I wear pants and people are like, "Are you feeling okay? Are you going to a funeral?" Like, no, I just decided to wear pants.
Leave me alone.
God, you guys are mean. Oh, your costume last year was pretty epic. Your plate full of spaghetti.
Oh, the great linguine.
Yeah. He was pretty great.
I'll bust that. I'll wear that. That's kind of my go-to while I'm working at Tap.
Yeah.
It's
an apron.
Yeah, it's an apron, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get beer on my nice clothes, so I wear the great linguine. And then once people see what it turns into, they're like, there it is. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're totally appropriate all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Just ask anyone that knows me.
Oh, God.
So many things going on in the sports right now. Look at it.
It's
You know who my hat goes off to? Kelsey's, man. Both of them.
They're banking
Holy
on ads
Lord,
right now.
man. They have stepped up their game tremendously.
Yep.
And even Jason's wife, I always forget her name.
Allie? Kaylee?
Something. I love it that these brands now are like, we want you in it, right?
Yeah.
I've seen, I think, 2 that they're in together now, and I'm like, dude, that's so freaking awesome, dude.
Well, and
they're
especially
cashing
since she roasts the shit out of him all the time.
Yep.
And it's just so good. And so anybody that can come up with a commercial where it's him trying to be like, yeah, we'll totally be fun, and if you do this, it's so awesome. And she's like, go get your ass back to work.
That's right.
I know you're retired, but god damn it, find something to do.
Yep, they're definitely cashing in, man. Their freaking $100 million contract they signed for their podcast and all these commercials. I told Kate, I was like, I doubt Travis is. I don't see him playing for much longer.
Yeah, no.
Especially if Kansas City can somehow string one more Super Bowl together this year.
Yeah.
If I was ever, an athlete, you'd want to go out on top, right?
Yeah, absolutely. After a three-peat.
You want it on your terms, right? You want it to be not due to an injury, right? Not due to something medical.
And not that slow decline where, like, I get it. Like, there are certain positions at football where you're a journeyman, and you're really, your longevity is your retirement. But if you're making big money because you're famous or you're one of those position players, that slow decline does not work well.
Nope.
And it looks worse and worse and worse. I mean, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, looked like hell today.
Looked like hell. And it's just a slow decline as opposed to, you know what? I'm just going to go out having done enough.
Yeah.
So it's...
No, like I said, I don't know if they can. Well, especially we'll see what happens with Rice because he was literally the Mahomes #1.
Yeah.
Because Kelsey's stats are way down this year.
Yep.
And if they can, I mean, you never know. They're the Chiefs. You can never, you can never friggin' count them out. But
especially since the refs are absolutely on their side.
So if they can string another one, a third one in a row, I don't know. Why would you come back? Right?
Right.
I mean, these guys are making so much money. You look at the figures, too, like, not that Kelsey and Brady's in the same stratosphere as far as dollars that they're pulling in. But, I mean, look, dude, that roast.
Yeah.
Brady made, $40 million from Netflix.
Yep.
He's making, 100? I forgot what the figure is from Fox. Like,
Yeah.
It's like he's making more money now, and he doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to do any of the hard stuff.
Nope.
Like,
nope.
Now it's just knowledge and who you are. Your brand is what is selling.
Yep. And, Travis, he definitely has a brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's won multiple championship. He's that, fun loving. Look at him. He's not the party guy like Gronk was always,
Right.
but he's not too far off, I feel like, right? But he has a brand, and it's showing. I mean, damn, they signed that $100 million podcast for 3 years for their podcast. And
Yep.
his brother, I'm like, that's not
That's not bad.
that's not bad. Plus all the other commercials,
That's not the contract that we've sold to so far.
No, we're waiting on it. We're waiting on it. The first round of negotiations, we're slowly.
You want to pay us $5? Okay.
Where do I sign? I'll sign on the dotted line right now. But no, man.
We're cheap. We're cheap hoes.
Yep. I did forget now talking about shit. I remember I said a few weeks back I was going to look into cameos. We got to start that because I swear to God we would have requests pouring in from
Tap.
Shitty part about it is I think you have to like guarantee it in a certain amount of time frame. So we'd have to do like we only do cameos on Sundays.
Oh my God. Just bing, 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 bing. Like, hey, Mike, this one's asking for us to do it with our shirt off.
Oh, that definitely was number 4 getting. It's like a bad nightmare. They keep showing it up there. First time I saw it, I was like, tell me there was a 1 in front of that 4.
Oh, it was like the Alex Smith when he broke his leg.
Yeah.
And they just kept showing it over and over. Like, oh my God.
I felt like too that was kind of the start of the new standard procedures of showing X. I remember like then Dak Prescott happened to it a few years later, and they definitely the coverage was the complete polar opposite, right? They showed it like once on a replay, and then after they realized like, okay, we don't need to show this from all 12 camera angles.
Yeah. And in slow-mo and in NBC it.
Yeah, no. Alex Smith, man, he got the the shaft on that one because I remember they showed that son bitch for like 15 minutes straight, right?
God, it was awful.
Here it is from the area cam.
Oh,
here it is from the sideline cam. Okay, we know.
like, oh, look here, we've got a shot from the helicopter. Like, wait, why can I still see it from there? Oh my God. Years and years and years ago, when I was living in D.C., I went to the Joe Theismann Steakhouse.
Okay.
So he was the old Redskins quarterback back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And he had a similar thing happen to him where, like, his thigh or something like that broke on TV. And it was right about the time where TV was really big and or getting big. And so they just kept showing it over and over and over again. And I remember... He was always at the steakhouse because it was just like his second home, I guess, at the time. Which, if I owned a steakhouse, probably same.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Right. But I remember talking to him at one point, and he said the worst part about that, is not the fans asking about it later and everything else. It was that for the 3 weeks after, every time I turned on the TV, they were showing it.
Oh.
And I had to see it again and again while I'm sitting there with pins in my leg, feeling the pain. And so every time I see it, that little twinge of pain happens again. Like, oh, God, that's just cruel.
Seriously, that's some torture type shit right there.
Right? Like, here, remember this? Yes, I do remember this. I was part of that. I'm still part of that. God damn. Well, what'd you think of this Nelson's
Dude,
Brothers?
I actually, it has been very good. It's been numbing my fantasy football pains.
Well, good, because that's painful to watch for me. Now, in a couple of weeks, I'm hoping it looks the same.
No, don't. Just you wait.
Okay, all right. No, I can't kick you while you're down. All right.
No, I'll be ready. I will have my team ready for you for week 6.
Okay.
Thank God it's not next week while I'm in Arizona. I already told my my teammate, right, since we have the crossover in our league, and I was like, Hiltz, you gotta check my squad because I'm literally there Thursday
Oh God, yeah. So
Friday we're going out hard, and then Saturday's the game, and we are flying home Sunday. So I'm like, you're in charge of my team next week. Like, do whatever you need to do.
All right, so Nelson Brothers Classic Bourbon Whiskey from Tennessee. If you can find it, it's about $50 to $60, so reasonable. 93 proof. Yeah, 93 proof. I don't know. For me, this is really, really good. I wish we could find this in Oregon liquor stores.
Yeah.
This might be my new go-to daily drinker if it was in stores around here. So I like to have a good daily drinker. I mean, obviously now at this point there's fucking options upon options of stuff to drink in this house. And I don't drink every night, but if I want to have a nice glass of bourbon, I like to have a good daily drinker. And, you know, right now it's that Sazerac, the Double Oak. But this would be my daily drinker if I could find this more often. It's really good. There's nothing offensive about it. It's smooth as hell. It's got good finish on it. And it's really reasonably priced. You know, about $50. I don't know.
And it's still drinking the same as it was when I tried it for the first time. Like, what was that, 50 minutes ago?
Yeah.
You know, granted, we're both having it neat, so there's no dilution with the ice or anything. But it literally, because sometimes they mellow just by being in a rock glass for that long, right? But this is pretty much drinking the same as it was when we started. Yeah,
it's not some weird like hot as hell when it comes out of the bottle and then finally smooths out after an hour or so. This is
super consistent.
This has been great the whole way through. I don't know. For me, it's high gold at least.
So sis, I kind of didn't give it a whole lot in the beginning, but I think I might go high gold with you.
Yeah.
The fact that it stayed super consistent and it's delicious. I think that I would be cheating it if I was going to go gold. But even though, like you said, you need to ship it, you can't find it here in Oregon.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I think it's worth shipping it, which is a high gold. So it doesn't get a platinum because it's not available here. But a high gold, if you can ship it, ship it.
There you go.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, cheers, Mike.
All right, that one's in the books. All right.
Yeah.
There's our closure on that.
The dog's attempting to help us.
We need a lot of help.
Yeah. No, we suck ass. Some of us suck at fantasy football more than others.
Hey, I'm still 3-1 after this week.
Yeah, well, I'm nowhere near 3-1, so I guess I suck at fantasy football.
Yes. Oh, no, that was a highlight.
Oh, nice.
Both of our games are at halftime right now.
Yeah,
you're doing much better than the Browns, by the way.
Yep. No, I'm fine with that. But there's a second half. You can do this.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the Whiskey and Wine podcast. Episode 48.
48. Look at us.
Shit. God damn.
Gonna retire soon.
I think there's a lot of people that would like us too.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, make sure to follow us on Instagram and check out the website. Check out the YouTube channel. And again, if you're any good at video editing, could sure use a little bit of help. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. See ya.
This episode of the Whiskey and Wine podcast is sponsored by Portland Party Bus, Portland's original party bus company, where the ride becomes the party. PDX Party Bus pricing is all inclusive. This means all the hourly rates include all fees and mileage. No surprise charges at the end of your party, just professional staff and a party all along the way. Visit them at pdxpartybus.com and plan your next wine tasting, birthday party, or just a great weekend. pdxpartybus.com.